Thank you for staying with us, and welcome back to Champion News Talk Radio, brought to you by championnews.net. This is Carol Parisi. Jack Roser and myself are speaking with Chris Jenner. And Jack, what were you saying about Chris?
Well, you got to say something about Chris Jenner, because how long have we known each other? Maybe.
Well, since about 2004 or so.
Yeah, so we got about
7 years.
Yeah, and there have been occasional contacts through the years, but Chris Jenner has largely on his own initiative brought together other people of like mind, realizing that there was something awry in the public school system, and you got right into the belly of the beast, got elected, and started another organization so that other school boards could join in a common understanding of the problems of running something that's spending billions of dollars a year.
Well,
or maybe, what, 50 million in a lot of districts? It's a serious big business. And you've approached it like a business, but with concern for the kids and the taxpayer. You're a model citizen. There ought to be an award for you.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you. I would just encourage more people to get involved. I think there's an awful lot of people out there that want to do the right thing. They might not know what to do, and this requires some thick skin. You're going to get a hard time from a lot of people when you do this. So, but there's a lot that can be done, behind the scenes as well, without being out in the firing line. I'd encourage people to run for school board. It's not that hard. Outside of the city of Chicago, you need 50 signatures. What do we have up next?
Well, you said you wanted to mention one quick thing, and then...
about the new state law that was recently signed. Governor Quinn, back in June, signed Senate Bill 7, which was hailed as significant education reform. And I was recently asked to say a couple words about it, and the couple words I said were big deal. One thing that was in the bill, though, is it increases the transparency of negotiations. And District 26, I think, is the first district in Illinois to test this. The bill, or the new law, basically says that if the two sides have negotiated in good faith and believe they are at an impasse, or at least one side believes they are at an impasse, some transparency measures come into play. At that point, each side has a week to prepare and give a final offer to the other side. And 1 week after that, those final offers are posted so the public can see. So you can go to the State Board of Education website or the Department of Labor Relations website and see the board's last offer and the teacher's last offer and make your judgment as to...
I would add one quick statement, is that the Tribune and the Sun-Times said that we've got education reform in that bill. Don't believe it, folks. It doesn't deal with the problems of the day whatsoever. I think it's worthless because they claim that you got education reform in Illinois. Far from it. This thing is rolling on a disaster of an $80 billion or more deficit, and it can't be paid, and the politicians aren't dealing with this thing. And saying that this bill that touches on whether they can strike or not and whether they can get tenure or not, it's a complicated big mess, and it's not going to do a damn thing for the real problems of this state.
Well, show up to your school board when school starts. This is going to wrap up another edition of Champion News Talk Radio, brought to you by championnews.net. Remember, you could download podcasts at championnews.net. That's championnews.net. And you're going to get all of your latest political news every Sunday at 8 a.m. Before we close for today, be sure to go to championnews.net. It's going to talk about the Iowa straw poll, which is happening on August 13th, and you could call 847-496-5400 to get a free ticket to go to that. And the Making of America seminar at 525 Atkinson Road in Grays Lake, and that is also August 13th. And also there will be a meeting at the Palatine Public Library, Room 1 on August 17th. Champion News Talk Radio, your choice for the conservative voice. Make it a great week.